manual framework, which is called Standards for Sexuality Education. In this document, it states ages 0 to 4 in children should be taught about childhood masturbation. They believe that children from age 0 to 4 should be taught sexual pleasure. They believe that children that young need to be taught how to consent. Now, people are getting confused with the word consent. They say, well, children should know how to consent. They should know how to say no. You teach a child how to consent no to sex, you're teaching them how to consent yes. There is no consent when it comes to sexual activity with children. Children engaging in sexual activities with other children, illegal. As with adults, there is no consent ever. So, this World Health Organization framework now has been implemented so far in 53 countries, including England and Scotland. In England, they have something called the All About Me, where again, they have been teaching consent, sexual pleasure, masturbation. In England, they have a campaign called the Schoolgate campaign, and in Scotland, you have the Scottish Family Party. In Scotland, they actively encourage children to watch pornography, using pictures such as a banana dipped into a jar of Nutella to show anal sex.
Dad, you're going way ahead.
Oh, sorry, I'm going way ahead. I can't I'm freestyling, it just comes off. So, back to the Welsh. So the Welsh Government then has drafted up their new curriculum bill. On page 4, it tells us that the Welsh sex education guidance is to be referred to by UNESCO. Alright.
Sorry guys, Adele got herself mixed up with that. She's supposed to be doing the lessons, I'm supposed to do the technical.
Oh, those rules and regulations, politicians, it's so fucked up, isn't it?
Right guys,
the
so
world,
the
poor,
right?
and the average Joe with a good conscience should the rule, you know?
This is supposed to be evidence-based, it is not, okay? This first document
People
now
with
from 2010, this is all about sexual activity from birth, okay? Sexual assimilation,
yes, please,
masturbation,
yeah.
we use our word, differentiating good and bad secrets. They've got to consolidate their gender between their 6, between their 9, they should be thinking about their first sexual activity. Like I said, they are saying these are evidence-based, they're not. This one is referenced mostly, it's not even English, and it's referenced back to themselves, okay? Now we do know the UK government signed up to this while this was in play, right? This is a dangerous document. From there, we've got an updated document. This is the UNESCO document. Now in here, this looks lovely, guys, like you can't be fooled by it. This starts from age 5, and in here is telling children to exercise their rights, which is nice, yeah? Their bodily rights, or the parental rights, and sexual rights. Sexual rights begin from birth, guys. You need to look this up because sexual rights mean the state can administer medication to your child, okay, without your consent. Well, you've heard a bit about that today, right? So now you know that can actually happen, right? So, what's this got to do with us? Like I said, the UK government signed up to it in 2017, and they started rolling it out in England in 2018. And that's when they brought in the All About Me package, which Adele just mentioned now. That's why they encourage sexual stimulation and masturbation, telling children where to do it, this, that and the other. It's all online for you, but what they did was, they removed this overnight, okay? So when the parents kicked off, they removed it overnight. Now that's how quick they can change things, right? But the legislation is there from age 3. Now in England, they celebrated a policy change. They've now can opt out in primary schools, right, for now. The legislation's from age 3. You do not fall for these policy changes, right? So as Adele said, the Welsh draft 2019, okay, page 4 on here says refer to UNESCO. Now the problem we got with this is, right, a lot of schools took part in studies to do with this document. And they are lovely studies, guys, especially the one from Bracknell School is really nice. It's a parent involvement, this, something like that. So those teachers now think that they're involved in this lovely draft, guys. They have been led up the garden path, because page 4 says, refer to UNESCO, which is this global rollout, okay? So Adele, what are you? What's there?
Adele.
She's gone now, is she? All right, so Adele, can you tell them about the lessons? Adele, show them the things there. So Adele's going to go through some lessons now in the UK, right? Once you've shown, give you a demonstration of these lessons, we'll tell you then what the government have had to say about it.
Sorry, could you sign the petition?
Yeah, I've signed it in Cardiff, yeah. I'll sign it again.
Why not?
One of our first lessons and an anus to explain to the children, to make sure the children know exactly where that penis goes to be able to have anal sex.
An object.
An object, not just penises.
And let me just mention a point on the objects now. They're encouraging children to put objects up their bum, okay? You need to look this up. It's called foreign body insertion. It's very, very dangerous. They don't do many studies on this, but the studies they have done, okay, some children have had to have a procedure done, and it's called an anal canal repair. They've had to rebuild the anus, okay? So what you have to... The way you safeguard kids here is, you don't stick anything in your holes. It's simple as that, especially as a child, right? So that's another dangerous point, guys, I just want to bring up to you about this anal sex.
Another picture which is gone quite viral now in Scotland, because this is how Scotland are depicting anal sex. Only 40% of women have anal sex, and to show that they're using a banana dipped into a jar in a teller to show you anal sex. And how only 40% of women do it.
You need to watch this video. These are screenshots of the video they're using in Scotland, right? If you watch the video, it's got beautiful music in the background. It's like a Christmas advert. It's really appealing to children.
Again, this is just showing some more sex positions that children do. And they're actively encouraging anal sex as a way to not get pregnant. So instead of having vaginal sex, have anal sex instead. And age apparently has no limit. So if you're on a Zimmer frame, you just hold on to it.
But the thing is, guys, it was quite as easy. If age is no limit, okay, then it could be somebody on a Zimmer or somebody hanging over a cot. It makes no difference, guys.
Yeah.
You need to. When we dealing with kids, you're always supposed to look at risk, right? Well, there's far too much risk here. Far too much risk. You will never get rid of the element of risk, but this is just way too much risk.
Okay, this is another one. So again, this is from an actual video that is called... Guys, can you make sure this room on the footpath for people to get home, please? Thank you. So again, this is an actual video for... This is Scotland's world. Oral sex, who is doing it? And why do they think about it? There are different types of oral sex involving your mouth and tongue to stimulate a woman's vagina, her vulva, and her clitoris, known as cunnilingus, going down or giving head. A man's penis, known as fellatio, blowjob, going down or also giving head. Or a person's anus, known as analingus and rimming. This is what your children are going to be learning in school.
It's disgusting.
But according to our government, this is about being nice. This is meaningful relationships. And we've actually got a recording. There was a school in Hartlepool, a year 5 student come home from school and he said he'd be learning about sex in school. And they told him about his boner in the morning and what to do with it. That was the words. We've got the recording from the parents. We've got a lot of investigation. We've gone past research now. We're trying to investigate and pinpoint the signs these forms.
There was also an article in England where it was some parents who were speaking about the All About Me that was in England. And one parent quoted her 10-year-old son doesn't want to sleep over his friend's house anymore. Because when they go over there, the boys are all, well, they're all having a play with each other in regards to what they've been learning in school.
Yeah, see?
And again, we have already got a huge rise in child on-child crime. In 2016 to 2018 in England, there was 244 rape allegations happened in school. How have 220 odd girls managed to say they have been raped in school? What is this education going to do when we are liberating and teaching children that they are sexual beings from birth, that they've got sexual rights,
Planting the seeds.
and that we are wrong to stop them from experiencing sexual pleasure?
Right, and should we move on to our government? Oh, you can still do the lessons, yeah? Still doing the lessons. Sorry, guys.
Do you know what? It just goes on. I don't want it's children here. I don't want to keep going on. It just keeps going on and on. More about anal sex, more about oral sex. This is just. I don't need to go on. You've heard it. We do not need our children learning these lessons.
Right, guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the correspondence we've had with the Welsh Government now, and then Adel will tell you about Torfaen Council and what's actually happened there. As far as we were aware, these lessons aren't in Wales yet. We thought, because the bill is going through, we wanted to intercept that bill and remove it from the bill, maybe replace it with biology or whatever, right? But we've now discovered that we are maybe a little bit too late. Well, anyway, guys, so what we've done is, right, Lynn Eagle is the chair of the Education Committee. Her constituents asked her why there's no opt-out provision for parents, and she denied it until we found a letter online where she's written to the Minister of Education asking why there's no opt-out provision. The Minister of Education cannot answer it, okay? We've done a freedom of information request asking for the sexual frameworks. They've given us outdated ones from home. Then we're asking for freedom, we send off more freedom of information request asking who took part. Oh, we asked Kirsty Williams for qualifications first. She has no qualifications in scrutinising this, but she has 5,000 contractors on her, so she said, okay? And freedom of information request come back and said there are no researchers or contractors involved in this. So basically, guys, we are being sent up the garden path, right? We're being blocked left, right and centre. We have offered the entire Senate a debate on this. I personally have been studying this since 2013. I'm also qualified criminologist, I got a degree in social policy, I am educated, okay? I'm educated and I've got life experience in abuse, so I know my stuff. So does Adele. We are ready. We are ready to debate these people, they haven't got enough. Adele, over to you, about Torfaen.
So I contacted all the councillors in Torfaen and I had zero response from any of them. Thankfully, another gentleman, Dave Simpson, in Torfaen, put it up on his Facebook and it got no clue. Well, yesterday then, they had a councillors meeting and this, the RSE was posed to the councillors. And Councillor Anthony Hunt robotically read a beautiful script that he was obviously handed, which didn't address any of the problems or any of the issues or anything that we are stating. Instead, he just claimed that we're a sensationalist group spreading false claims. My response to Alan Hunt, and like Scarlett has just said, if we are wrong in what we are talking about, prove
us wrong! Prove us wrong! Prove us wrong!
Prove us wrong! Prove us wrong! Prove us wrong!
Prove us wrong!
They can't do it. They can't prove us wrong. And then yesterday, a school in Cwmbran received a letter to say that they are now going to be implementing the RSE lessons. Why are schools implementing lessons that have not even been passed by the law yet? We want answers, and we want them yesterday. In the meantime, guys, we have got a petition online. We've got petitions here today. We've got till the end of November to get these petitions signed. We need 5,000 minimum online. December, we need to protest outside the Senate.
Yeah.
January, we need to protest outside the Senate. February, we need to protest outside the Senate. That is it, guys. We got till February.
We don't get another chance. We get one shot of this, right? The rest of the world is relying on Wales, okay? If Wales can do it, we can show England how to do it. And then England can show Scotland how to do it, okay? England and Scotland are failing in their campaigns. Since ours started, they have now boosted. We have had classified information from England as well, because they celebrated policy change, but because of us, it has now gone ballistic there again.
Yeah.
So guys, us us in Wales, we've got an election next year as well, right? We've got leverage they haven't got in those countries, okay? We need to do this. We did the Romans, we can do this, right? We have got to protect our kids from this, guys, no matter what it takes. It's going to be down tools and we fetch Cardiff to stand still. Like I said, guys, this is a child protection issue. It's not a political issue, right? Every single person in our Senate has to go. This is negligence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you
Woo!
for listening. And please,
Thanks,
share
everyone.
this as many people as you can.
We've got thousands of leaflets, guys, right? We're trying to encourage people to set up groups in their own areas, okay? We don't tell strangers to each other. We've only met a couple of months, but it has taken the southeast by storm and taken the southwest by storm. We've got to do it, guys. We want you lot to do it. I've never done a video on Facebook until this, right?